Hi everyone. So today we are going to talk about one of the recent news that we all are not aware of, which is disinformation, misinformation, and fake news. With me, I have been acquainted with my friend. Oh, forgot I have to introduce myself first. My name is Mama Irfan Binodin, and my partner. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Daniel Iman Shah bin Tajuddin. So we both today will be discussing on the topic that Irfan mentioned earlier. So I think Irfan, you can start first.
Yeah. So our topic is disinformation, misinformation, and fake news. So, Daniel, can you talk generally about this topic, or what is this information, misinformation, or fake news in general?
So based on my understanding, to some it may actually all these three disinformation, misinformation, and fake news may be in the same criteria, but actually if you dive deep into this topic, it actually differs from one another, which means disinformation is something else, misinformation is something else, and fake news is something else.
I see. Yeah.
Okay.
So, can you like give me the definite, like basically like give me the definition about disinformation, misinformation, and fake news for those for our viewers to know exactly.
Okay, so if you want to understand this further about disinformation, so basically, disinformation refers to deliberately false or misleading information that is spread with the intention to deceive. So it often created and disseminated with the purpose of influencing public opinion, undermining trust in institution, or achieving specific political or social goals. This is most of the time it may come from an individual or from a group to to spread this information news to everyone.
I
So
see.
for misinformation,
Mm.
it refers to an inaccurate or false information, just like Irfan said just now. So it is actually shared without the intent to deceive. It can be resulted of genuine mistake. People
Mhm.
may actually not realizing that they have spread a misinformation news, because sometimes maybe they just forwarded the message without checking the genuinity of the message itself. So it also can come from misinterpretation or the spread of rumors. So misinformation can lead to confusion, misunderstanding, and perpetuation of myth of or falsehoods.
I see. So basically, like this information is like giving like a fake information and like like to deceive others. Like I'm telling you, like maybe tomorrow Sir Bahari's class is not gonna be cancelled or something like that. Just for example, don't attack us, Sir Bahari. Alright? But like, I telling you this so you won't come to a class tomorrow, right? And your attendance won't be there. But like misinformation, like I telling you, Sir Bahari class maybe cancel, maybe he won't check on our videos, because like we won't say, so he won't know like our link from YouTube or something. And fake news is like, Sir Bahari, I don't know, he went somewhere, so it's just like we don't have class. So basically it's something like that. I don't know, I just giving example. S-
Actually, about the fake news, it's actually refers to as fabricated news stories that are designed to mislead readers. These stories
Ah,
often mimic the style and format of legitimate news articles, but contain false or sensationalized information just to make things interesting. So fake news can be created for financial gain, political manipulation, or just to attract attention through sensationalism.
I understand. Oh, it's just like like one news about the Israel and Palestine crisis, right? So the Israel just like giving some fake news that this guy, this is a calendar says that this is a strategy thing. Is like, when we read it, like, okay, for those who doesn't know, but the crisis, that maybe the Israelis are right, they believe on that news, but we know, as as a community, that it's just a calendar. That it's like, why you spread this fake news. And most
Yeah,
of us, like, one point, I don't know how many Muslims on earth is like, no, that Arabic says is just like a calendar.
yeah,
So that's
the,
one of example, if I
yeah.
can see.
The fake news that the Israel trying to spread just to add spice to the things that going on there. So
True.
so we all can detect that that is actually a fake news there.
Yeah, that's correct. Um, for next, I think I need to talk about the impact of these things, right? So basically, for the impact of these three topics that we're going to take is really really heavy, because like one main point is because it's going to mislead everyone, even though it's just like a small mislead or a big mislead. It's gonna be a mess up at the end of the day, right? So basically, like, this information can undermine trust of institution, sow discord, or manipulate public opinion. So basically, this information for like one of the thing, like politics, right? Nowadays in Malaysia itself, you can see we are divided because of politics, because like one party is saying other things and one party say other things, so we don't know which one we want to follow. So they have some disinformation in our country itself, right? And it's really really dividing all of us, like even Malay, right? Even Malay divided by themselves, because like the one group of Malays that supporting other parties, and one other Malays that supporting other parties. So it's really like dividing us. That's one of the impact that make by disinformation, that make us divided. So next is misinformation. Basically, can lead us to confusion, misunderstanding, and can spread myth or rumors. Like I said in earlier, basically, like, that one person talk about, let's take an example of I talked to you, Daniel, about something like, maybe tomorrow Sir Bahari class will be cancelled, so we don't have any presentation about the videos, but he will do the class, but it's not cancelled. So, and then you say, okay, I should tell my friends in class as well, the class cancel. Even like, maybe Israel Palestine, that they say, or under the hospital or under the refugees have a tunnel of so basically they're bombing them, and then the others say, because there has Hamas under there. So is it like misinformation?
What do you think about the impact of the of fake news?
Yeah. Basically, fake news can paralyze societies, influence election, and damage reputation. um what can I say about fake news that I can make an example with? Let's say
I think fake news itself gives impact to a person just to harm their image.
Yeah. Basically, like fake news is just like harm one person. Just that I spread fake news about so basically like I spread news about someone. I make an article about him, how bad he is, right?
Yeah.
So basically like fake news can be done by someone that have a huge influence, have like you can make yourself miserable by just like your words, not even an article. He say that, oh, he just doing this, he just murdered that person. And if you have a high rank or something, like popularity, everyone gonna believe you, right?
Yep.
And it's just like because like fake news is just like gonna attack one person, and misinformation and disinformation like gonna like one group or community itself.
Okay, I see. Okay. How about we talk about how all of these three categories spread in their own ways. What do you think about that?
I see. So how this disinformation and misinformation and fake news are spread is by like first is disinformation is often spread through coordinated effort such as state-sponsored propaganda or disinformation campaign. So basically like let's take way back when Malaysia or Tanah Melayu been commonized by the Japanese. So their slogan is basically like telling us Asia for us. That propaganda may light up all the people in state of Malayan to face against British, but at the end they Japanese colonize us, and we've been not have our independent until like 1957. For misinformation is basically can spread by social media, word of mouth, or unreliable sources. So this is basically based on our daily uses in the social media, or when we talk to our friends, or maybe we just read one article without any sources, right? And just like, oh, this is probably true. So I just send it to everyone that I know, or maybe in my social media. Let's be honest, social media have
The most powerful.
Even though they have a good influence, they also have bad influence, and that bad influence is have a high risk. So one mislead, and everyone gonna talk bad about you. I can guarantee that most of artists, not even in Malaysia, maybe outside of Malaysia, have been affected by this misinformation. Same also to fake news. Fake news can be disseminated through websites, social media platform, or even traditional media outlets. So like misinformation, you can spread one like misinformation, but fake news, you can create an entire news that are totally fake, is not happen to that person, and it will still lead to a downfall for someone.
Yeah. So you're saying that how misinformation and fake news are interconnected in terms of how it spreads, is it?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I see. Okay, how about we talk about how to detect these three things before it spreads?
Like for this information may require fast checking, verification of sources, and critical analysis to uncover this deceptive nature. So basically, whenever you read something, or you receive an information, you need to check fast about this information, because you need to know, is it the correct sources that they use to tell us the info, or maybe just like or just telling us, oh, this thing is just this information, so we're just gonna disregard it quickly. For misinformation can be identified through cross-reference with a credible sources, checking for bias, and asking expert opinion. So misinformation, you need to know, like, you need to ask the person. So basically, like, whenever you see on the social media, basically like a fake, like a misinformation about something. Basically, let's take about let's take one news about Manchester United. You know, about their coach, Eric Ten Hag. You know, he didn't. People misunderstood about, you know, Jadon Sancho's news about why he left Manchester to Dortmund. He doesn't say that he has a discipline problem. He never said that in his interview. The one who said it is Matic, former player of Manchester United. He said, and I quote, I see Sancho and Pogba are lazy because they came late to, you know, their training.
Yeah.
Everything I never say that. That's the issue. People say he said it, but he never said that. So yeah, that's misinformation. And lastly, fake news often exhibit and censure lack of credible sources and inconsistent that can be fast fact checked. So basically, like the Palestine, Israel-Palestine conflict, as we talked just now, you know, the calendar thing, it's just like fake news. It's like we can know that it's a calendar. It's not you know, the day that they're gonna bomb this place or you're gonna attack Israel, IDF forces. It's basically like fake news. We can know exactly, like, just our eyes, oh, this is fake news, right? So yeah, that's how we detect all these three topic, which is disinformation, misinformation, and fake news.
Okay, I see. Okay, how about how we combat this from spread and happening? What do you think about that?
Yeah, sure. Basically, for combating disinformation is involving promoting media literacy, supporting independent journalism, or holding purveyor of disinformation accountable. So basically, we have to promote the true fact about what we're gonna give to the people. Supporting independent journalism. If like one journal, like he's just a standalone journalism, is that okay? I'm gonna answer your question. You're gonna make a news about it. So I'm gonna know that your article is gonna be true, maybe 80 to 90% true. And for misinformation, it's require education on critical thinking, promoting fact checking, and also encourage responsible sharing of information. So this one is basically it's our responsibility, all of us, you know, because like individual responsibility.
Yeah.
For the fake news, it's like countering fake news is basically like involving promoting media literacy, fact checking, and also raising awareness. So basically it's the same thing, right? Fake news, misinformation have the same counter, you know, same combating.
I see.
Basically.
So thank you, Irfan, for your explanation about this discussion. So I think to sum up this discussion, to conclude it, everyone needs their responsibility in playing their part of combating this disinformation, misinformation, and fake news. So personally, I think individuals have a responsibility to critically evaluate the information that they received, and just like you said before, always verify the sources. Where did you receive this news and everything? Make sure that it is correct and true. Then only you can share it, and refrain from sharing unverified and dubious content.
Yeah.
In addition, I think media organization and platforms have responsibility to uphold journalistic standards, fact checking content, and combat the spread of disinformation. Just like Twitter.
Or
X.
like Twitter, Facebook,
Yeah.
not Facebook, TikTok.
Yeah, just like in X, known as Twitter before.
Yeah.
If it's a fake news, there will be an AI telling that this is not correct. So I think every platform, every social media out there should have done the same thing to combat this, to stop these issues from happening, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yes, I
So
agree with you.
yeah. So I think governments also governments and regulatory bodies have responsibility to enact policies that promote transparency, combat disinformation, and protect freedom of expression.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I think government like MC, right? Now, if you report it, yeah. So MC, if you report it like a fake news to them, they would, make investigation. I'm gonna check the information.
This topic may seem unharmful, but we have government bodies just to control this to prevent it from happening, right?
Yeah, true.
I think that is all from us, Ivan.
Yeah, I think that's from us. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, thank you,
Uh,
Ivan.